Hi there, everybody. This is Emma Burford here, and I'm testing out something new today just for a bit of fun. I'm streaming live into my Business Rocks Academy tribe group. So for those of you watching in the Academy group, hello there. I've hooked up my iPhone and my Mac together. So I'm actually on Blab right now, and I didn't plan to be on Blab because I've had toothache, and I did think I was going to get to the dentist this lunchtime, but the toothache went away last night, and I've been sitting here this morning thinking it's going to come back, and it hasn't. So I thought, although I hadn't emailed everyone to say that the Blab would go ahead, I didn't have anyone set up for today, but I thought I'd test it out. So I don't think anyone will probably find this Blab. It's a gorgeous sunny day outside here in London. I've already been out walking this morning and taking some pictures and getting a bit of fresh air because I've actually got a busy couple of weeks coming up, so I knew I had to take care of myself first. So today I'm live streaming in my Facebook group and I'm on Blab. I'm going to be here for a few minutes, so if anyone's watching and they'd like to join me on Blab, please do come and jump in. I'm just checking, nobody yet, but as I say, I haven't actually shared this one at all, so it's really only if people are on Blab and they're going to find it, or if anybody in the tribe, the Business Rocks tribe, wants to hop on over. But I don't blame you if you're enjoying the sunshine. I know I'm going to be making myself a little bit of lunch, and I've got some reading to do because I'm reading a book called Personal Kanban. Now, I'm looking at my Mac at the moment, so hopefully if you're on Blab, you'll be seeing me looking straight at you. My phone I've hooked up just above, so now I'm looking at my phone, so I know there's about 1.5 inch gap, so I am looking at you if you are there in the group. So yeah, I need to finish this book. Personal Kanban's been recommended to me by my digital mentor Ed Dale, and I'm going to be meeting up with him next Thursday and Friday, so I'm hoping to catch up with him and go through his book. So if you're watching, I will share the link in the Business Rocks BizFix Blab replay, which will be on the website by this evening. So I'll add the link there to the book. And if you've got any comments, do drop them into the Facebook Live app or onto the Blab replay if you're watching this later, because I know many of you are probably out there enjoying the sunshine. So if anyone's got any questions, put /Q in the questions box for me. I'd love to answer them. But yeah, so hi, I can see there are some people watching on Facebook Live, so if you're there, do add hi in the comments. I'd love to know who's watching and if it's coming through okay. But yeah, so a busy week for me this week. We are working on BizRocks issue 37, which will be out live Friday week on the 29th of April, I believe it is. I have to check my calendar. But yeah, so this week's all about finishing up that issue and also scheduling our new BizFix app, because we've got lots of great articles coming down inside the app for everyone to pick up, and that's free. So if you haven't found that one, drop over on iTunes to BizFix-iTunes, and I'll pop a link in the comments later. So yeah, hi there, Kate. I can see Kate has joined me on Facebook Live, so that's interesting because I don't know, I haven't used it like this before. In fact, great tip for Facebook Live. I had tested it in another group, and that was when it first came out, no problem, was able to do a live video inside the group. But then when I went to test it at the beginning of this week on my Facebook app, it had gone. There was no access. It's like a little person with little circles around the top, and it disappeared. But I had a look, and it is still in the Facebook main app. So if you have group and you use it for your business, then you can still access your groups and use Facebook Live inside your group. So if you haven't done that, then that may be a really good way of getting people's attention. So hi there, Kate. So yeah, it's definitely there. I'm assuming that they will be updating the app again soon, because it was there on the groups app and then it disappeared when they updated the app. So now they need to update it again. But anyhow, that's cool. So yeah, Blab looked slightly different this morning as well, because I noticed at the bottom there were some share links inside the Blab at the beginning. So they've made it a little bit easier to share the Blab. I won't be sharing this one today because, as I say, it's going to be another short and sweet Blab episode. But yeah, so I hope everyone's having a fantastic day and cracking on with whatever you may be doing this week, because it is very busy. Yeah, Kate's saying, how's my week going so far? I've had a great week. Very busy. I'm really focusing on the magazine this week, Kate, because at the end of next week, I'm going to be going on a workshop for a couple of days. So I wanted to make sure that my magazine issue was ready a week early, so that next week I can really put my head down and fine tune some planning and strategy before I go on this workshop and really utilize my time on that workshop. In fact, I've already started working on it. I've been playing with a X-Mind and planning out a mind map. I don't know how you plan out your business, but I know we've talked about this before, but for me, I tend to do lots of scribbled notes and pictures, and you know, I use different systems, and certain things are great for like putting checklists together like Asana or Trello. But I wanted an overview. I was getting a bit lost with all the different things going on, so I thought, great, I'm going to use a mind map. But then I realized this morning that I actually had plotted out this great mind map, but I don't have a laptop. So how would I share it apart from printing it out and putting it on a piece of paper again? So I had a chat with one of my digital magazine friends, Faisal, who's South African. He's from Using Mind Maps. And if you don't know him and you're interested in mind maps, then go and check out his usingmindmaps.com website. I will add his link there. And he's recommended another app that will hopefully pull in the existing mind map that I've got, and it's totally, do you know, I'm going to have to look it up because it's gone out of my head, but it's something like Totally Mind Maps. Let me just find his little message and tell you exactly what it's called. So I've actually downloaded it on my iPhone, but I can't look at that because I'm looking at you on my iPhone over there. And basically I plan to next week transfer it over onto my iPhone. So yeah, the one he recommends is actually iThoughts, not Totally. I've got the T right. I almost got it right. iThoughts, and the one I picked up was iThoughts to go, which is the free version. So I'm going to try and export my X-Mind mind map into my iPhone and take that a little bit further. So that's kind of what I'm doing this week, Kate. That's probably quite a full answer for you there. I can see Kate's been finishing client work and planning out my updated email marketing planning course. Fantastic. Yeah, mind maps are great. They are really good. I think the biggest problem for me was the amount of links that I had going everywhere. So I really wanted to have them all in one place. Yeah, so having to consciously make sure that you don't just plan on a mind map, but actually implement it. I've fallen into that trap many times. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, that's true. You can get probably carried away with a big overall picture of a mind map. For me, it was more about putting what I've already done onto the mind map and being able to run through with Ed and go through the strategy and kind of work out where my holes were, and hopefully so he can expand on that. But yeah, I can totally get that. I can imagine, you know, making nice pretty pictures and mind maps looks great, doesn't it? You've actually got to do the work and get it all working. So Kate, as you're watching, do you use your mind maps? This is a great question that I thought of. Do you use your mind maps to plan out your email campaigns, or how do you plan those out? Are you pen and paper, or do you use another system? What would you do with your email campaigns, your sequences? See if she can let us know. But yeah, so yeah, I you know, have got a great week planned out. And so next week I'm very excited to be going away for a couple of days at the end of the week on this course. So yeah, hell yeah. Not quite sure what that means. Is that hell yeah to pen and paper? It could be. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, and the other thing I realized is when you're actually recording on your iPhone, you do need to use an external mic. Now, I've had a couple for a long time. One is this little tiny one that I bought on Amazon, that I bought for my original iPhone 3, which is pretty scary because that was many years ago. And that just plugs into the bottom, and that worked really well. The other one that I bought, there's probably a proper name for it. This is an Audio Technica, has little batteries in here, and it clips on, I've got it down here, and plugs in. Because if you're not using the forward-facing camera, the sound on the iPhone is really bad. And I noticed that a couple of times when I had done some Facebook Lives, it was really, really bad. So when you're recording outwards, whichever way around it is, I'm not sure, I think it's a forward-facing camera, but if you're going this way and recording yourself, you do need a microphone, otherwise you just don't get the sound. So yeah. So yeah, Kate even says she uses pen and paper to start with and then puts it onto her computer. Okay, so if you put it onto your computer, do you mean like in a document, or are you putting it into a spreadsheet? How do you put your sequences? Or do you just go straight into your, probably knowing Kate, she's going to go straight into an email provider. But for many of us, when you're writing your actual email sequences, it's a good idea to probably put them somewhere else other than straight into your email provider, because that can crash. I know I've lost things I've been writing, spent ages writing up all this stuff, and then it's just gone by accident. So yeah, visualize what you're doing, whether that's a list or a mind map flow, really helps you think through the elements. Yeah, and Kate says she uses Word docs. So similar to me, I'm a Mac girl, so Pages, although I can export to Word, but yeah, so that's good. Always save them, yeah. Don't just go straight in there if you can help it, in case you lose it. But yeah, so next week, I hope to have someone join me in the Blab, and I may well go live at the same time. I'll see how this one comes out, and I hope you've enjoyed this brief Blab. Kate saying she also uses flow charts in a Word doc. Oh, okay, that sounds cool. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I don't have that one, or if I do, I don't use it. But oh, I'm getting some funny lighting here. That's interesting, isn't it? On the old iPhones, having problems picking me up. But anyhow, so yes, next week I will be here, 1 o'clock UK time for BizRock's BizFix Blab. I'd love it if you can hop over into Blab and join me, and I will be streaming probably into the group as well. So thank you all for hopping in, and it's been great. So I will catch up with you again next week. See you all later. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm actually